and welcome to the Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store.
I'm Jen.
Amanda!
Kathleen. Actually.
My actual name is Haley. But you may have known that. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Jen is just back from her vacation very late last night, we believe, and is still adjusting to time zone. So Haley has kindly agreed to join us today in her seat. And we figured she fit right in.
On the swing.
In the swing, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Although to be fair, it's like early evening in Amsterdam, so Jen should feel fine. You should feel fine, Jen. Just kidding. Oh, those plane rides can take it out of you.
Yeah, and the end of a 10-day trip, too. I think it's more, I know...
The end of a 10-day trip with children.
Yes, exactly.
Which is it's a trip.
Yeah.
More
Some vacation, some trip. I don't know what episode number that was that we did a long thing on trips versus vacations. But
still one of my favorite blog posts on the whole internet.
Yeah, it is very true. So, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back.
Bye.
We hope to give you some useful info and inspo in every episode. That is our thing. And also, we digress.
A lot.
We tend to digress. If you like what we're doing...
Pardon.
Bless you.
I was trying to turn to
Be sure to like and subscribe down below. It really helps our channel.
It does.
And we're getting super close to 5,000 subscribers.
We are inching along there. So we're going to do something really fun when we get to that point. So we will have to
stay tuned.
Figure out what that is. But
stay tuned, like and subscribe if you'd like to see it sooner.
Exactly. Right, and let your friends know too, because that is what the increase in viewers is what's going to get us there. So it's been a couple of weeks since we were together. This probably is our last Friday morning taping, right?
I was wondering about that. I don't know. Is it just a summer thing?
I'm good with it. I wasn't sure if you were good with it. So.
I mean, it depends.
You'll have to see.
Yeah. It depends.
We may take it on a case-by-case basis, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. I was thinking about that this morning I'll probably get through Vlogmas, and that's it.
And that's fair. Yeah. And we have a swing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Exactly. But I still have to show up and set up the camera.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Or maybe you could teach one of us.
I don't know. That seems like I'll teach Chad. You can drive over.
Okay. Whatever works.
But yay! Thank you to everybody for your congratulations.
Such nice congratulations.
That was nice. Yay! Yeah. I'm about halfway through, so.
Wow.
20 weeks.
Speedy.
That is amazing.
Which, it's not really fair. So for those of you who didn't see last episode, I'm pregnant. Yay. In 20 weeks. So that means we get to see we get the long ultrasound later this week. You can see all the little baby kicks, which are fun. But I really feel like it's not fair to say halfway through because honestly, and I don't get sick the first half, like nauseous. I get migraines more frequently, which you can't really do anything about.
Yeah.
But the second 20 weeks is to be the long slog.
Yeah.
When you just feel heavier and...
Well, you are. Yeah.
And everything gets bigger and it's not fair.
But, well, the one good thing is at least you're going into the cooler weather as opposed to going into the warmer weather.
We're going to sweater weather. I was wearing a sweater last night. I wore my...
it's been 50 degrees the past couple nights.
I know. I was wearing my
It's been lovely. It's been lovely, yeah. Actually, last night I hosted this or facilitated a little sit and knit and crochet thing at the library, which was really fun. And actually... A couple of our in-store knit night regulars were there. They actually beat me to it. I had a little bit of a hard time finding parking. It
can be challenging,
Yeah. It's funny because I have a couple of spots that I usually try, and they were both full, and so I just wound up, it just took me a little bit longer. Anyway, we had a good turnout. We had about 8 people, which,
nice.
For, a free event that people, sign up for. A lot of times if something's free, people just don't wind up, they bail the night of.
If they paid $2, they'll show up. That it is it's a marketing thing.
Yeah.
If
when people are invested in any way.
When I was running community orchestra events, if you charge, people will show up.
Yeah.
Or similar to the way we do here, if there's a giveaway,
Exactly.
people will show up.
Yep, and people sign up in advance, then they've really got an incentive to come. It gets on their calendar, all of that.
If there's pizza and Coke, people will show up. So
That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's always more fun to do something when people show up instead of you get there. And I know we've done, this is the 7th one of these that we've done at the library. We started last July, actually, and did 6 months in a row, and the attendance kind of went up and down. The first one was really, really well attended, but it was in a really tiny room on a really hot day, and I think about half of those people never came back because it was physically not comfortable. Like, the conversation was great, people didn't want to leave, but then a lot of them didn't want to coming back. But yeah, we had a good group last night. It was nice, good chat, and actually, one of the other people that came has been to Knit Night here once as well, and he was looking for just another opportunity to be out in crafting with folks because he moved here recently from Brooklyn.
Oh, fun.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, those are fun. And we went to go see the Minecraft movie last night.
Ah, was that last
And
night?
we sold Brook Park in Clifton.
Oh, nice.
And it was rained out. So.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
The ground was just really wet, I guess.
So. Or it had rained. It rained a lot.
It rained a lot the day
earlier
before,
in the day.
and even, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the town just canceled it, knowing that it would be like soggy and
probably really muddy.
there's not like seating there,
Yeah,
so
you bring a picnic blanket and putting it on wet ground. That's not very comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
So
lazy river.
A lazy, muddy river.
Yeah. Do you know what I was thinking about this morning? We have the Montclair Jazz Festival coming up on September 13th. I think that weekend, that day. It's one day. Well, I mean, the Jazz
The
Festival
big event is
goes on. There's like smaller events all through August and beginning of September, but then like the Jamboree is on a Saturday. I believe it's September 13th, but if it's not, it's down there.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts at noon and goes till 6 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it would be really fun to I don't think the full lineup is released yet, but once it is, it would be fun to pick one lineup and tell people like, hey, we're going to be sitting and knitting.
That would be
that'd be really fun. Yeah.
At this one, not like probably not a main stage one.
Yeah, one of the side stages.
One of the side ones.
That's a great idea. I love that.
That would be really fun.
I think we need to do that. Right. Writing it down so we don't forget.
I love
that. And I suspect by the next time, because this is going to be the last podcast in August, the next one will be the 1st in September.
Yep.
So, yeah. So we should have a lineup by then and be able to share where we'll be sitting and knitting at the Montclair Jazz Fest. So then you get a 2-for-1. Good jazz and sitting and knitting.
And while you're knitting.
Yeah.
Company. Yeah.
Hard to beat.
Actually, one thing we talked about last night at the library, too, was doing something like having an informal get-together at someplace like either Tierney's or, I forget what the other one that they were saying. Well, and people have done things at Panera, too.
Yeah.
But it was funny, the guy who came from Brooklyn was like, one of the reasons we said Tierney's is like, isn't there any place where people can drink in it? But it's like, if that's what you had available to you where you came from.
In Montclair, however, there are options.
There are, but not as many. I mean, just the boroughs have so many more liquor licenses than.
Yeah, New Jersey is sort of weird with its liquor licenses. They're all like grandfathered in from 1940.
Yeah.
Like if you happen to have that many bars in 1940, then you can still have them. But
that's like Hoboken is. I don't know. Per capita, it's got more liquor licenses probably than any place else in the country. Yeah, it's crazy.
But that's because they had them in 1940.
Oh, there were 100 bars in Hoboken, and it is a mile-long city.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It's 10 blocks.
They're literally 14, but still, it's,
Yeah. But, Egan's also has a very nice back porch.
Yes.
Which is nice, especially... Oh, so does the brewery.
Yes, that was the other place we were saying.
Yeah.
The
brewery's really... And if you told them, that would be, we could probably set up back there.
Yeah. That we should do that, especially while the weather's nice. So the other place we were thinking was Pineapple Express. And that way Jean and Haley and I had planned to meet for dinner after this thing because I was already downtown or whatever. So they got there, I drive up, and Haley's standing there waving at me. She's like, they're on vacation.
And we brought Anna,
Pineapple Express folks were on vacation.
Yes, it's August, they took a week's vacation, So anyway, and Jair and Freddie said that they were going to join us for dinner. So,
Right.
but they were walking, so we had to wait for them to get there. And then
it was the time
we wound up going to Egan's. We actually did go to Egan's,
Nice.
and it was.
You walked over to Egan's?
We drove over because we had Gene drove out of home, and then we picked him up, and it just was a bit of a rigmarole.
Yeah.
But that, it was a lovely night to be sitting outside. It really was.
Yeah. And I saw also downtown down there the new Morimoto restaurant opened.
Yes.
Right, which I won't be trying until February.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
but I'm excited. I love good sushi.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. I know people have been. I've seen a few people post and have really loved their meals there. They've been really impressed.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's like reasonably priced for a high end restaurant. I feel like what was there before was irrationally priced. Like I eat in New York City a lot, and I got like the bill for the appetizers was like, this is insane.
Yeah, you can't be charging
a $28 appetizer with 2 portions. I'm like, this isn't a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah.
It's just not. Morimoto's closer to being a Michelin star restaurant. So.
Yeah, that is this.
Yeah.
So,
we have to check that out.
The vibes weren't worth
Right,
it.
if it's quality, that's one thing.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Also can't take Chad. He's not a sushi eater. So
no.
I'll have to take a child. Or a girlfriend.
Yes.
Girls' night.
Girls' night.
Yay.
All of a sudden I've lost my voice. Excuse me. So we probably should get on to some of the other. I know you had some other ideas for what's around town.
Yeah. Well, let's say maybe I'll save one till next time because I'm
okay. That's fine.
I know it's like we're running a little tight today because I overslept. I woke up at 8:20. It was great.
That's good. Yeah, it was good to get the sleep. But,
yes.
Yeah.
But
And then
we started a little late.
We were running a tad late as well. Yeah, I'm still. Well, my one of my FOs from last time was finding the apartment. So my whip this time is moving our stuff. Both of us. We've been spending a lot of time moving things, and we're actually having a yard sale the day that this comes out.
Ooh.
If you want to stop by.
Yeah. Watchong Ave, right near the corner of Edgemont
actually,
Road.
this is a great audience. If you like fabric, we have so much fabric.
And beautiful upholstery fabric and quilting fabric.
So,
one of my good friends is an interior decorator, and for a while when I was making project bags, she was giving me so much amazing fabric. Like samples that she had things left over from jobs where the clients didn't want any of the excess.
Yes, yeah.
And so some of this stuff is incredible. It's like over $100 a yard.
Wow.
Original cost. And I'm doing small pieces for $1, large pieces for $5, and like a whole bolt for $10.
Wow. That's a great deal.
Yeah. We want to get it into the hands of people who are going to use it.
Yeah.
We don't want to be throwing things away or having it hauled off, to be shredded or anything, because it's really nice stuff.
Definitely. Well, yeah.
But it is amazing how long it takes, to process all this stuff. I mean, we've been in this house for 22 years. We're not crazy consumers, I would say, but we do.
Like you said, it was worse in the past.
Yeah, it was way worse in the past, and also, we do a lot of crafting, and we're serial crafters. So we would acquire all the things for a craft, and then do it for a little while, and then move on to the next craft.
And it's it really is a liquid. Material things are like a liquid. It fills the space that you have.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
if you have the surfaces, they will be covered.
Yeah. So anyway, so come on by and check out our yard sale, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So this goes up at 10 normally. And
perfect. I mean, Abby will be there.
All right. Good. Yes. And we got all sorts of things. Some furniture, some outdoor furniture, because we're moving a couple of things, but we just are not going to take everything that we have. When we wind up in our longer term place, we'll get some new things.
Yeah.
Or probably, new used things, because we like to do that. I mean, there's so many options around here.
That's
between
what
Facebook Marketplace,
is the way.
Community gifting, all those things.
Sarah furnished her entire apartment with Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
I believe it. Yeah.
Like I said, that's where we got our new stove. It's great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Beth told me, we went to the city on Tuesday. Well, I had to speak at a conference. And so afterwards we went to dinner together.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like her birthday dinner, because her birthday was in
right.
July,
Yeah.
and my birthday dinner. And
Mm-hmm.
then we went to Koreatown a little bit afterwards. While we were waiting, because we got to the restaurant like 15 minutes early, which is very not my style. But we did.
Happens
And
sometimes.
they were still doing their prep, where they're showing the waiters what to have. And so
Right.
we're like, okay, let's walk around the park, for 15 minutes and then go back.
Mm-hmm.
And Beth showed me a new app. Have you heard of Focus Friends? Focus Friends?
It's like one of those where it shuts your phone off while you're doing something, and then it gives you like a reward.
If someone is
like
near you or something?
No.
Okay.
So
I had Flora where you plant a plant, and then the amount of time that you're like, I would do it for homework.
Yeah.
Where you plant the plant, and then however long I say you get like an hour and 30 minutes, the plant is an hour and 30 minutes tall, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, this one is similar, right? Like the whole point is like, especially if you are challenged by getting distracted by your phone buzzing when you're when you need to like just sit and focus on something. Right? By having this app, you have a extra motivation to just like set it to the side. Not and get a set amount of time done, and then you can check your phone or do whatever. And you get rewarded by meeting your goals. But in this one, you get a bean. You get a little bean.
Yeah, I saw people
And
talking about him.
let's see. Look what she's doing.
The bean is
knitting.
She's
How
knitting.
How cute. I love that.
So your focus friend is knitting, and your bean is knitting, and she knits hats and socks.
Oh my gosh.
And then
That is so cool. Like they had this available as an activity for your bean to do?
Yes,
Yeah.
this
I
is
love
what
that.
the bean does.
Oh, the bean always knits?
Always knits.
That is amazing.
So
I love that.
and then your finished objects, you can sell your finished objects and buy things for
No
your room
way.
and
Oh my
like decorate
goodness.
your
Oh.
room. And
See,
so,
that sounds like it would get me
Yes.
off the phone more after a while, right? Some Webkins or something.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
Buy the
Webkins.
outfits, yeah.
but you have to leave her alone
In order
do
to
her
get the
knitting.
points. Oh, that is so
Yeah.
cute. I can't believe it. All right, getting that.
Yeah, exactly.
Focus
So-
friends.
And it's like, it's one of the top 10 apps right now. So it's in the Google Store, it's in the Apple App Store. So, check it out. Especially if you have things you should focus on or tasks you should do for like a set amount of time. You can pack for 40 minutes and then check your focus friend.
Yeah, I love that. All right.
Yeah.
Good info.
Flora is another one that I haven't used in a bit, but I did use a lot in school. And they had like a worldwide challenge where there were 8 different plant species per country.
Oh,
And
wow.
I did collect all like 150.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, my
Because
goodness.
if there's one thing
We
about
are
me, I'm a
completionists.
collector.
Collector and a completion history.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's my fun
I love that. That's a great
news
that's a
from
great
the web
one. Yeah.
this week. Yay. Okay, cool. I think that's enough for now.
Yeah. So let's get on to finished objects.
Yeah. Okay, I have actually 3 finished things. So I'm gonna start with my non-socks one, and then we'll move to socks.
Uh-huh.
And we'll talk about socks. So yay, I finished my little baby sweater.
It's so cute. It is adorable.
This
That
is
is so precious.
Harvest by Tin Can Knits. It's so cute. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I'll bring it up because it's black and it's hard to see back.
Yeah, for sure.
But this little sweater, this is knit exactly to pattern. This is the first size, which is like a 3 to 6 month size, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Like 6, I think it is 3 months, the 3 month size, because their baby is due. This is for my dance partner, Tim, who I knit a sweater in this exact color, this exact yarn. This is the Far, Woolfolk Far, which is a very, very, very soft merino yarn. I knit a sweater for him in this yarn back in 2023. And his sweater also has the garter edges, the garter ribbing. So now they have matchy-matchy daddy baby sweaters.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool. And when is the baby due?
In September.
Yeah. So next month. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3
It's
months
so
will be
cute.
perfect to go through the winter time.
Yeah.
It looks like
Can wear it for Thanksgiving. Or
like
whatever.
the grandpa, like when the babies are like in grandpa guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. I love that.
That sweater, I'm super happy with how it turned out. I actually usually don't knit in worsted weight for babies because I think the stitches look, especially for newborns.
Yeah.
I don't knit garments in worsted weight because I feel like the stitches look too big. You know?
Well, once you get used to the smaller yarn, like DK, like,
Yeah.
we've got so many DKs, you get used to that, and it's like anything bigger looks so big, right?
It looks big,
like it's
yeah.
a funny proportion. Yeah.
Well, especially on their little hands, and then they've got big stitches.
Yeah.
But the Woolfolk Far is a chainette yarn,
Uh-huh.
and it, like, I don't know if it
The
compresses a
stitches
little.
almost disappear.
Yeah, they do. They sort of mesh together. It's very soft. So I think they're going to be very happy with it.
I would think so. Yeah.
It is a non-superwash yarn. I would say that most folks coming in looking to knit for babies are looking for something that you can put in the washer, put in the dryer. This is not it.
Yeah.
It has to be hand washed, laid flat to dry. But it's outerwear, and I don't wash baby outerwear as much as I wash their,
Right.
day-to-day clothes.
For sure.
It's not pants, so it's not going to get poop on it. As things happen, but if it does, that's fine because it is washable. It's wool.
And also you can even like spot clean something like that if like before you wash the entire thing.
Yeah, and the mom and dad are ballroom dancers, and they are very used to hand washing.
Taking care of delicate things that need
you also
a certain level of care.
You also
for sure.
can't wash any ballroom dance costumes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so they're used to taking care.
So
Cool.
yay! I'm super happy.
It's
This is
adorable.
done.
It came out really cute. I'm sorry, what's the name of the pattern again?
This is Harvest by Tin Can Knits.
All right.
So I'm thinking of making one of these for our baby because it was so fast.
Yeah.
It looks it's so soft. It's very cute.
You could do one of the bar colors that you've got something in.
I
you
know.
could match.
Well,
that would be
let's see.
fun.
Yeah. Well, my sweater that looks like this is
Lost.
lost.
Oh yeah, I know you're
Lost. My dark red one. But I do have in the peachy. I have like my oversized dress, the stripes.
Yeah. That would be cute. Yeah.
I just love
and
that
we have
color.
a lot of the far is right behind the camera.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm pointing back there.
There's
It's
a
space.
lot of good colors. Like they
There
do
are.
amazing
Earth tone.
color. Yeah,
Earth
very
tones.
very earthy
Yeah.
colors. So, yay, that's done.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Cool.
And then there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Try to do my finish back to back.
Sure. Well, let's have Amanda do her finish, and then and you
Okay.
can do yours, and then I'll do my socks.
We'll do segues.
Sure.
All right. Yay! All right. So, segueing to next finished object. Also baby things, but also socks.
Yeah. So cute. Oh, you haven't seen those, Annie?
Oh, you haven't
He's so
seen them?
cute. No.
Okay. All right.
She
So
wasn't
we'll
here
talk about
last
these.
time.
So last year for sock bingo, I made myself this pair of socks from our Fall at Yarnia sock set,
Mm-hmm.
which was dyed by Color Wheel Yarns.
A Jersey dye.
A Jersey dyer. And then I think I knit the first one of Chad's socks last year for sock bingo.
I recall.
Yeah. And so these were my sock bingo socks last year. So they were matchy Chad's socks, my socks. Chad's languished for a year.
The
'cause
second one,
the pattern is a little tedious. So now this year I finished his other sock, not for sock bingo because it was already on the needles, so it doesn't count. But now I made baby socks to match.
So cute. I love them.
Cute.
I love
Mommy,
that. I love the
Daddy.
ruffle.
And you knit the
Baby-
ruffle?
Yeah.
That is really, really brave. I would always crochet a ruffle. I could never knit a ruffle.
It was only 3 rows. You pick up a row and then it's 3 rows and you bind off.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But the last row has almost 300 stitches.
Right, exactly. It adds up
Bind off,
exponentially.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. Baby, something about baby shoes, baby socks get me every single time. Like, anytime I walk past the shoe store and there's baby size shoes, I'm on board. Like, I can't
baby socks. So cute. Daddy baby socks. I finished them. These are, it's one of the variations in the Ann Bud, by Ann Bud, More Better Baby Socks. And there's like 5, well, it's a basic sock pattern, and then some little variations. She has the ruffle in there. There's some like little lace work in some of them, little picot type things.
So cute.
Options. So now these are going to go in our hospital bag.
Yay.
So cute. For the photo shoot.
Yeah, basically. So that's fun. Yay. So that's my first sock finished object this week. And I have another sock finished object.
Yay.
Because we are by the time this comes out, we're about 2/3 done with sock bingo, right?
Yeah, for sure.
September's last month.
Yeah. So, and Kathleen and I are both prepared this week. We brought our sock bingo cards.
We did. Filled out even.
So for those of you who are new viewers, every
summer.
Most summers.
4 out of the last 5 summers.
Yes. 4 to 5 summers say it's a sock bingo year. Yarnia has sponsored a event called Sock Bingo. So we have a bingo card, and each square has attributes of socks. And the challenge is, during the summer, to knit 5 socks, not 5 pairs of socks, 5 socks.
Individual socks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That have these attributes. And the point is, because we found ourselves like always knitting the same kind of socks.
Right.
Right? Like I was basically only knitting Helen Stewart socks.
Comfort zone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You knit a lot of vanilla socks.
A lot of, yes.
On 9-inch circs.
Yes. I love my 9-inch circulars.
Yeah, and Kathleen, you were like, I know how to knit socks and they're not
I
fun.
will not do that.
So I definitely have gotten more into it.
Yeah.
Mostly because my husband likes to wear them. It's like
Well,
he's a very appreciative
recipient.
sock recipient. So I'm definitely more into socks than I used to be because of that.
yeah.
And because of trying new things.
And trying new things.
Yeah.
So, so this is our sock bingo card. I've finished 2 pairs already. And I'm working on my 3rd, which I'll show you in whips. But I finished a pair of socks this week that do not count towards sock bingo because, again, it was already on my needles when I started.
Mm-hmm.
These I started in February because I was going to give them to Chad for his birthday. Well, you cranked the tubes for Chad for his birthday.
Oh my, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah.
So these are Clementine assisted socks, which if they did count,
Clementine assist.
That's what the square says.
Yes.
And so Clementine is our circular sock machine. I know we've had questions from people on that. So sock tubes cranked on any circular sock machine, or honestly, even if somebody makes a tube and then somebody hands a tube, which we'll see that later.
Yeah.
And knit tube.
And a tube, you can do that.
But
Team no thinking.
These are definitely Clementine assisted socks because
Yes.
Chad loves his socks, and while I hand knit socks for him.
With pattern.
Yes, he wears them a lot, and both of the ones actually this morning he just got a hole in the other one, the other pair that he's been wearing. So I really need to. I have another tube that that was cranked in February for him.
Increase the rotation.
I do. I desperately need to.
Well, and also for the members of our Summer Sock Club, which is like a subset of Sock Bingo. Katie from Chronicles is going to be doing a mending demo for us, which is so exciting. And because we're pretty much almost out of August, that will be in September. It'll be like the one holdover activity.
I feel like
so
darning
bonus
socks
content.
is a very fall
Bonus
activity.
content for Summer Sock Club.
And
yeah.
we're so appreciative of Katie for
my
being
goodness.
happily willing to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward. So let's talk about dates, because I would love it to be a date that I can be there as well, if you and I and she are all available. And I mean, I know I could also watch the playback, but it's fun to be able to participate and ask questions.
Yeah. So this is, so I need to learn, and the reason we asked Katie to come in is because no one at Yarnia
feels like darning
expert at
socks
darning
is part of their real repertoire. Yeah. So we'll learn.
I have 3, now 4 socks that need darning, like sitting in my pile.
Mm-hmm.
Beth has one of the mending tools.
We carry them. Yeah. Yep.
I've never used it. She's used it, but and I asked Beth about demoing it, and she's like, I am the sloppiest darner.
Right, like it gets done.
Yes.
But don't ask for the technique.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely on the self-taught side. So anyway, back to these socks. So these were some Lendenord, I think rainbow sock.
Mm-hmm.
Or like art sock paint gradient, something, one of those.
Yeah.
They cycle through their different styles every year.
Yeah. So these are rainbow sock. This was cranked into a tube, and the tube is intended to make 2 matching socks. And
unless you have the childlike enthusiasm.
what he would like, whether he would like them gradient at the top and stripes on the bottom, or stripes at the top and like going into the gradient at the bottom. And he said, "Oh, I want one of each." And I was like, "Okay,
got it."
Well, I'm glad I asked them.
Yeah.
And you can see actually they do overlap because this is where that overlap would be.
Yeah.
So this is actually the last stripe on the toe. That's the last stripe of the whole thing. It would have gone into the gradient.
Yeah.
The gradient's what's doing the heel over here. This orange and purple is the first stripe up here.
Oh yeah.
So
cool. I love the gradient part. It's so fun.
It's really pretty.
I mean, I like the whole thing, but if I were to do them, I would do 2 of these socks.
Yeah. I would definitely have matching socks as well. But, so I can show you, and I just pulled from the other end of the sock.
Yeah.
It is actually the tube is made to have this contrast cuff. So this green is incorporated into the tube.
Nice.
And so I pulled out the tube until just the beginning of this gradient color and then knit the cuff.
Cool.
And then I pulled from the other end to make this cuff.
Nice.
I feel like it needs a little blocking. Anytime you pull from a tube, it's a little bit of crinkly.
Yeah,
it's Romany. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But the other thing, don't forget, if you want, even just steaming it on your ironing board really can make a difference.
Not on your arm.
Not on your fingers. Don't
no
do a dabby.
So, then, anyway, I'll bring them up and show you. But these socks are now done. Clementine-assisted socks. Yeah. I feel sort of silly because I had this totally would have counted for sock bingo, but I had about 8 rows of the second cuff cast on, and started, oh well, that's okay.
That's like plans of don't end the first sock without starting the second sock.
Yeah. I tend to do my my socks from Clementine in tandem. Yeah. So I'll do the cuff and the cuff.
Right.
And then the heels and the heels. Yeah. But they do go really fast. I picked these up and finished the other cuff. I had a cuff and a heel done and 8 rows on the other cuff. And I finished the rest of the cuff, the other heel, and both toes in 2 days. So
pretty good.
Much faster when you have someone who wears their socks a lot than going, one at a time or stitch by stitch all the way down. But anyway, I think those are all my finished objects. I'm very glad for that. Chad's getting a refilled sock drawer, sort of.
Yeah.
So Haley, do you want to talk about your finished objects?
Yes, I have. Well, I am wearing a pair of socks. Sock.
Yay!
That matches your top, basically.
It is in theme.
Yes.
And then I have a pair of Knit the Rainbow socks that don't have ends woven in, but they are sisters, not twins. So the size, because I endeavored to make them the same height, and still I had this much left of the skein, and I was like, no, it measured up when I was laying them out,
and
then
funny,
as soon
sometimes.
as we cast off, it's different.
What?
I don't know how that happens, but it does happen sometimes.
It's the gremlins.
Yeah.
So I did these held double. These are the now classic, becoming a classic, like DK weight magic heel socks where you only do ribbing on 50% of the stitches so that you don't have to know what size foot your recipient is, which is great for donating.
Yeah. And Knit the Rainbow is a charity project that we work with Austin Rivers in New York City and his team. They collect knitted items of any kind.
Like
socks,
wearables.
hats,
Wearables, small,
wearables,
really
yes.
small blankets, like lap blankets, but that's the biggest.
And they distribute them to LGBTQ youth who have unstable home environments. So homeless or, not stable and just need a warm hug from somebody who cares.
Someone who has hand knit something for them.
Yep.
So that's where I was inspired by the rainbow theme. And the color is a strand of embroidery floss held with
Isn't that fun?
my yarn, and in pursuit of using things, using craft items. And so, they are
well, that's a cool
close
idea.
to the same, but they're not the same.
Definitely bring
I want you to see the marling from using embroidery floss. Oh, that's so cool.
And with the magic heel, it's still really, it still should
Yeah.
fit somebody's foot. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. That's so cool. I love that idea. I never thought of marling with embroidery floss.
And it's like cotton, so it adds a little bit of strength to it. I mean, this is a silk, so it's pretty strong, but can never be too strong. And so that's pair one finished object, and then you have socks. Do you want to do socks?
No, do yours, and then we'll go to my socks.
Well, this is more of a segue to my whip, though.
Okay, sure.
Go
sure.
socks.
All right, I'll
Go
do
socks.
my socks. So I have 4 completed socks here. Woohoo! So one of these definitely does not count because it was I did finish it, but I started it in the summer of 2022. So that was this one. And then I had the clever idea of asking Haley to crank a tube with the rest of the yarn. So instead of knitting the entire, because
This is vanilla anyway.
yeah, and I did this with an afterthought heel. Just because I'm not that fussy about my socks. I don't wear them that much. I wear them around the house. I don't wear them like every day in shoes and things.
Yeah.
So the fit is not as critical to me. And actually, some people like afterthought heels. I don't know. I will probably get more fussy about my socks if I really start wearing them more. But, this was done with an afterthought heel. And so, like I said, it occurred to me, I'm like, I don't need to knit this second entire sock. If Haley cranks it, I can just add the heel, toes, and cuffs. So that's what I did.
Oh, nice.
So this one counts towards Sock Bingo as a Clementine assisted sock. Oh yeah, I have my board, which, I've had a couple of times, but either not remembered to bring or not had colored in. So I basically have a bingo using my 2 flexi squares at the bottom in a couple of different ways. Sure.
Yay.
And I color coded it. I don't have the first one, but my Fall at Yarnia sock set was the first one that I did
Almost done.
completely.
Flexi squares.
Yep. And then, so this is, I did them in the opposite order. So this is the last one. This is the gold one, basically. And then this is another set of, it's, done from a tube, basically, but this was a tube that Haley knit by hand.
It was
Right?
great.
It was great? Oh, okay. I'm wrong. Okay. But
I wouldn't
you
just
had
make it
added, you added the toes
I
and
had
the
done,
heels.
yeah, so there's one, string bag full of socks that were tubes that had toes, had cuffs, and no heels, and only needed heels
Wow.
for
So-
assorted recipients. So this is
So
a Jean.
these are for Jean, and all I did was add the heels, and this was a United Socks color that we that was in the bag basically with all these various tubes, but it matches so perfectly.
It does.
It really picks it up. And we're trying to figure out whether this is West
I
Yorkshire
think it is
Spinners
West
or
Yorkshire.
Regia or I
thought
don't know.
it was Regia in the beginning, but
Yeah. So yay! So I've got including one that you don't see here. I've got 4 socks done for Sock Bingo, and I just need to figure out what my 5th one is going to be. And that
Nice.
is all of my finished objects for
Wait.
today.
Oh, and just one of your cider house socks.
Exactly, that
Okay,
counts because
got
that was I think I cast that on like the first day of Sock Bingo.
Yes.
And finished that. I worked right through that one because I feel like that one was easy to do because I was matching the sock I had made last year.
Right. Yeah.
So like when you don't need to be calculating things, you're just like matching. It's like it just goes so much faster.
In evidence, this second
there you
sleeve,
go.
the
There you
second
go.
sleeve when I'm now up to like I'm doing them in tandem, and to make sure I don't run out of yarn before I finish the sleeve, I just finished the second one because I wasn't like deciding what to do.
Right.
And this one took 4 times as long.
So why don't you talk about your last finished object though?
Okay. And then we'll get to the whip. So this guy is a pair of sleeves. My first pair of sleeves.
Yay!
So gorgeous. I love
Those are
this.
so cool.
I started.
Can you put them on?
Yes.
Yeah.
I started this in Ellie's class. Ellie's first teaching session here at the store, and Ellie has made
Many pairs
dozens
of
sleeves at this point.
Yeah.
And so I joined the trend. I hated these initially. Actually, I just saw a video last night that was like, what is a trend or just some kind of fashion moment that you hated that you've come around on? And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I hate it now. I will be participating down the road. Right now.
You could tell. That is really funny.
So here are my sleeves, and I was going for, because it's very 70s colors,
Yeah.
I was going for the Super Bell sleeve, so
Yeah.
I feel accomplished.
This is so fun.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I do wish to add beads to the last row to give it a little more weight, and these are also not blocked yet. I've worn them.
A couple of times, yeah.
Because it's a good, like, chill layer for, like, you want to get the air conditioning chill off of you, but you don't want to wear an actual jacket or something. So, here she is.
That's
Here
so
we are.
cute. It totally changes the vibe of your outfit.
Right? It's
Yeah.
like, it's not even an accessory, it's a whole other, it's an accessory and a garment. at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah. Very fun.
Yeah, and it's not, I mean, you can style that so many different ways, too, because, like,
Sorry.
if you, like, don't like, if you don't like shawls, if you feel like they get in your way, blah, 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 you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm
Like
not a shawl
this,
person.
I wear shawls literally all the time at my office, almost every day. But a lot of people, like here, you know, they're like, oh, I don't want another shawl because I never wear them. I'm like, I don't understand. But, yeah, I mean, the ends do dangle. They can, like, flop, you know, if you're you're wearing them while you're cooking, it can be a little floppy.
Drop into the pots of soup.
Yeah. So, but sleeves, that's such a good idea.
So fun.
Yeah.
So fun. So I just got a text that we probably should go ahead and head down.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right. You can head up?
yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. So we're gonna leave Amanda to wrap up.
I'll wrap up.
Amanda.
That's fine.
I'll do like a 1-second preview of one of my whips. It's my really only active whip. It is what I'm probably doing for my Rhinebeck sweater.
Yay.
It's the Anemone cardigan by Soraya Garcia, and I'm doing it in Wensley worsted and Corey worsted, and that is what I have been working on while we're sitting here chatting.
Nice.
Here, let me just show this since I've been working on it.
Yes,
This is a pair of sleeves for Florence that is in
her little protege.
in image
Friend
of,
and protege.
in image of these guys, and so this was her color that she picked out. She looks purple. So we're making a twin pair here.
So fun! I can't wait to see that on her.
Yay!
It's gonna be great.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Sorry
Be
to-
well.
And y'all get to
run.
hear about all my whips in just a moment.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Yeah, Kathleen and Haley had to dash, but I'll share all of my whips with you and wrap up, because I have actually quite a lot, which is a challenge because the store opens in like half an hour. So, but we'll get to it. First, let's see. First, in the spirit of Haley's, was showing you her sock tubes. Look what I'm working on. So I went to Haley's class. So she did a class on how she knits her sock tubes for our summer sock club at the beginning of August, and I cast one on right away. So I'm knitting this. This is toe up. I'm knitting mine with Tosh DK. So like you heard Haley say, she often holds fingering weight double. But you can also use DK weight. Tosh DK is a really nice, tightly plied, round DK weight yarn. So with that, I don't have to hold double. And one skein will do a pair of socks. So if you have a, like, lone DK skein in your stash and you're like, what am I going to do with this? A pair of these of socks. Haley's no heel socks is perfect. Let me tell you about these a little bit or let me tell you how it's going to figure into my sock bingo, because this is the last sock. You heard Kathleen say she needs one more sock for sock bingo. So do I. And my last square across this middle is tube socks, no heels. Yay! So this is going to get my last bingo. It would also check off toe up and DK or heavier weight yarn. And I think that's it. I could have gotten variegated. Oh, I was thinking I might do a folded hem on this as well, which I've never done before, but I really wanted to try this year for sock bingo. Because Jody from the Grocery Girls always uses a folded hem on her socks that are cranked, like with a tube. But that might be really, I mean, and these are similar. They're tube socks. By the end, it's just going to be stockinette. And I think that might be a really nice finished end to these. So I might add a folded hem to this sock as well. But I'm about halfway done. I'm into the part that has the ribbing for the heel, the no heel part of it. And I'm going to continue doing that for a little ways and then get back to stockinette. And I think like I said, just do stockinette till the end. And how am I doing this with one skein? I'm going to weigh my skein. So this is a 100-gram skein. I did weigh it. It was right at 101 grams. So when I get to probably 51 grams, I'm going to stop. And this is even better if I'm doing a folded hem, because I don't have to think about how many rows do I need to do ribbing on. I just stop and then it's ready. All I need is enough to sew it around, which would be less than a gram. This is perfect. This is a great idea. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to weigh my ball of yarn until I get to like 51, 52 grams, and then it's ready to, and then it'll be ready to finish and fill out the end of my sock bingo. Yay! So that's the end of our sock talk for today. But I do have a couple more things to show you whips. The first one I want to show you is I'm working on the August square for our Berroco Knitalong. It's the full year Berroco mystery Afghan Knitalong or mystery blanket Knitalong. There's a group. All right, so at Yarnia we've had a big group of people. Nationwide, worldwide, there has been a really big group of people working on Berroco's mystery blanket Knitalong all year long. So Berroco, which is one of the bigger yarn companies here in the U.S., has been putting out 1 or 2 squares per month, starting in January of this year. And it's a mystery. We don't know what it's going to be. And they've been a little bit skill building. So started in January with some knits and purl patterns. In February, there was knitting in the round and decreases. In March, there was some lace. In April and May, there were some cables. Intarsia, we've done some intarsia. There's been some baubles, a few baubles mixed in. But this month, we work on stranded colorwork. Yay! So I'm about halfway through my square. And the pattern is written for worsted weight yarn. Specifically, Berroco suggested using Berroco Vintage, which is a acrylic wool blend that's great for blankets. We don't have Berroco Vintage here in the store, but we have Vintage Chunky, which is the same blend. It's just a little bit heavier weight. And I have a lot of kids in my house that need blankets, so I figured a bigger blanket than 2 of them could get under it. So it's just going to be a little bit bigger. Instead of knitting on size 7 and 8 needles, like I think 7 and 8 needles, like the pattern suggests, I knit on size 9s and 10s, depending on whether the pattern calls for a smaller or larger needle. This one is using size 9s for me, and I'm about halfway done. So this is a pretty easy I mean, by easy colorwork pattern, I mean the pattern repeat is short, so it's only 4 stitches wide. You don't have any floats to worry about managing in the back. The interesting thing, even for seasoned colorwork knitters, is that obviously this is a flat square, and it's knit flat. So we do purl our colorwork, which I had done once before, but it had been a while. I was a little bit rusty, so it's been good to have a little bit of practice and just refreshing that skill of purling my colorwork. But it's working out great. And I should be able to finish this one this week and be caught up on my squares. So August, we only have 2 more squares to come out after this, September and October, and then that's it. Next week, yeah. We have a meetup on Zoom every month for the folks who are doing the Berroco blanket knit-along. It's completely free, and it is the first Sunday after the pattern is released. So the pattern was released on the first Thursday, which this month will be, September 4th? The pattern will be released. It's colorwork again. It's a stranded, it's another stranded pattern. There are a couple of new skills though, relative to that one. So we'll talk about those in our Zoom, and yeah, you if you're interested in doing that, you can go to classes and events on the Yarnia website, shopyarnia.com, and if you register, like I said, it's free. You can get the Zoom link and join us on that Berroco blanket meetup, like on Sunday, which would be the 7th, right? September 7th, I think. All right. What next? Do I have one thing left? I think so. Yay! My last whip. So, as you know, we're having a baby in January. Scheduled for well, not scheduled, but due in January. Could be late December. You know how these things are. Kids never do what you think they're going to. But I was asking Chad what he likes for baby blankets, for coming home outfits, and I cast on our baby blanket for this baby. Yay! And I gave Chad, well, since I've picked out a ton of baby blankets, I figured it was a good opportunity for him to pick some things out, for me to not be the final decision maker, which is fine. Like I said, I've made a lot of decisions for a lot of kids before, so very happy to delegate that this time. And he picked the Tin Can Knits Flyaway pattern, which is a sort of it's a knitted blanket. It's a little bit graphic. It's color blocky, and has a lot of different options. The option that I'm working on is inspired by like flying geese quilts. So you can see, you make 20 squares that are like this, right? They just have a diagonal stripe on them. They're garter stitch, and knit corner to corner. So it's a very easy pattern, even for I'd say a beginner knitter, because you are just knitting. There's no purling. There's one simple increase at the beginning of each row on the increase side, and one simple decrease on the other side. On the first square, I sort of messed up, because you're supposed to knit on your increases to a certain point and then switch to your contrast colors. And I didn't pay attention. I was just la 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 till I got to the final width, and then realized I was supposed to switch to my contrast color. So I just sort of flipped the pattern, and instead of doing the contrast from the middle of the increases to the center, I do it from the center to partway through the decreases. It's going to end up the same, but it might actually be mirror imaged to the way the pattern looks. Don't know. But you're not going to be able to, the finished object you're not going to be able to tell. But in any event, I finished 2 squares so far, and I'm working on my 3rd, but I did stop working on this. This is what I was working on at the beginning of the podcast, I did stop because this is all the white that I have left. And I'm not sure if this is enough to finish a square. So I'm going to get another skein and work on that. But you can see I finished the contrast color, and I still have this much orange left. So one skein of orange is going to be plenty for this whole blanket because I'm using 5 colors. I'm using the Woolfolk sweater, which is is it 50-50 blend? 55% wool, 45% organic cotton. So I'm using these colors, this color palette for the blanket. Bring it up so you can see it. This is, as opposed to the Woolfolk Far, which I was showing you earlier, the Blue Sky Fibers sweater is a yarn we recommend all the time for babies because it is machine washable. They have bold colors, and it's really soft. It's not prickly at all. It has that cotton content in it. It feels so good. So this, I think this will be a really fun project. Like I said, they give a ton of options for like different ways you can configure the squares. And I have an idea, but I might rearrange them once I get to that point. I got to play with some graph paper. But that's my last whip. Yay! That was a lot. I've actually been knitting a lot this past 2 weeks. It was my birthday. So, and my birthday was on a Saturday, which was great. So I just sort of like chilled for most of the day and knitted and didn't do anything. It was lovely. That's what a successful birthday looks like when you've got a lot of kids and then you're 40. Yay! But let's see. I do want to. We've got to wrap up soon, but I do want to get to 2 things. Okay. So at our last episode, we asked everybody, "What's your go-to baby pattern?" Which I am so excited. Yay! Thank you all for your suggestions. They were great. I have so many new favorites in my Ravelry queue. And a lot of your favorites too were ones that I had already noted. But there are definitely some new ones. So that's super fun. Last week we showed you this Woolfolk Breeze, which is a brand new yarn from Woolfolk, and we have all the colors. And again, I think this is it's a wool cotton blend. We're totally into that today. It's a theme. So this is 68% merino and 32% Pima cotton. So this is the prize, a skein of the Breeze and these beautiful Woolfolk colors. And our winner is Beth Fuqua 9777, who is a regular at Yarnia in the store. Thank you, Beth, for your suggestion. Hers was 55 Little Cables by Florence Merlin. Yay! Congrats, Beth. And let's see. I will get to a question for this week in a moment. But first, let me show you what I have on the table, what we've had up here since the beginning and haven't talked about. It's getting to that time of year, end of August, beginning of September, when all the new fall yarns start coming out. Or all the new yarns start coming out. The companies start sending us all their goodies, and they start coming to our shelves. So we have 2 new things in store for you this week. And we couldn't decide which to show you first, so we showed you both. We're showing you both. The first is from Araucania, which is a company that we've had their yarns before, but it's been a bit. But they have this amazing cotton glitter yarn that when our rep pulled it out, there were a few of our Yarnia team members in, and no one could stop staring at it and drooling over it. So we got 8 colors. Let me show you what this looks like, because I feel like it doesn't do it justice all the way back there. Beautiful pastel colors, and can you see the glitter? there's like a iridescent glitter in it, which is so fun. We have a shawl coming in this yarn as a sample, as a shop sample, so you can see it, but all right. And the next one that I have to show you is this Berroco by Louisa Harding. Also a line that we have had in the past, Louisa Harding. We don't have a ton of, but this particular yarn came out and we're like, oh my goodness, we have to try it. So I'm going to bring it up. It's a cotton tape yarn. It's 100% vegan. And we have 8 colors. It knits and crochets a little bit tweedy. Let me show you why. So it has these little flecks in there. Ta-da! Which really bring in such a fun multicolor effect. Okay. No, I just stop. Stay in there. Do your work. Don't talk. You got it? This is really blaring in. Okay. All right. Well, that was getting entirely too noisy. The store opened. We had a kids crochet camp that is just wrapping up because it's the end of summer. And yeah, that was getting that was getting impossible. Time management is not on our side today. Some days it's just not. That's the way it is. But glad I can wrap up with you here. I'm back at home with my stash next to me. And I think we went through pretty much everything. We will be showing samples from the 2 yarns I showed you just a second ago, the fingering weight glitter and the new cotton Berroco. It is so cool. I love both of them. And I can't wait. They're great for summer garments, but they're also great for shawls or all sorts of things where you don't want the heat of wool necessarily in the middle of summer. So great for these last few weeks of summertime, and they'll be on our shelves all winter. So if you want to get a head start on next year's summer items, perfect to start with. I mean, I can use glitter all year. Oh, can you imagine? Held double with some fingering weight mohair, or with some lace weight mohair, or some of the like fluffy alpaca. Yeah, that would be even a nice winter garment. You could do that sparkle with a ranunculus. Make it cozy and light at the same time. That would be amazing. I have so many ideas now. But I did want to get to our question of the week. Our prize, of course, is one of the 2 new cotton yarns that I just showed you. 1 skein of each, whatever you would like as the winner. And I think we're getting toward the end of summer, still knitting some summer garments. Haley's working on her sleeves. But we're getting towards autumn. I mean, we're thinking about, how to share our Rhinebeck experience with you this year. Rhinebeck is the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. The New Jersey Sheep and Wool Festival is coming up. Vermont is coming up. They just had Flock out in Vancouver, right? Or Seattle? Yeah, West Coast. So it's getting to be that time of year where all the fiber festivals start. Summer is not super slow for us in the store, honestly. We have so many camps and classes and just activities going on. And people find that they have more time in the summertime. So we are busy in the store all year round, but we get slammed in the fall, when folks feel that first nip of sweater weather and they start thinking about what are they going to cast on as their first fall project. So yeah, and then yeah, there's always shopping online at shopyarnia.com. So the question of the week this time is, I am super curious for our Chronicles of Yarnia viewers, what is your most common or favorite ways to shop and acquire your yarn, right? Are you an in-store local yarn store shopper? Do you love late night browsing online? Do you love going to a fiber festival and getting in the spirit, or among all sorts of other knitters, crocheters, weavers, spinners, shepherds, and all the other folks there are? Do you enjoy that? I'm really curious. Comment below and let us know what's your favorite place to shop for your yarn. Maybe yarn for the fall. Where are you looking forward to shopping? So thanks so much for joining us. I'm sorry for the time management scattered a little bit of a podcast this time. But very glad to see you all here. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe down below, where you can see we've got a lot of projects on the needles, on the hooks right now, and we've got a lot of stuff coming in the fall. Again, great to see you all, and see you next time. Bye.